Hi, my name is Raenice.
My name is Ashley Lopez.
And today we are doing our book club meeting for section 2 for Saying Fat for Sarah Byrnes by Chris Kutcher. And I'm going to start off with my discussion questions. My first essential question is, what theories or explanations are there to explain why women have lower status and power than men? From page 83, the quote from Dale is, "Fat boy, what you doing here? I ain't seen you in 3 years or so. Thought you hated my guts." And my explanation was this: is Eric is stepping out of his comfort zone by talking to Dale, which is a big step into how the characters help Sarah. And basically what's happening in this part of the story is that Eric is like going to Dale, and a big step and part of that is because he's Dale's one of the big reasons why they wrote Crispy Pork Rinds, and it's basically a book that they made to like make fun of bullies that bully them because Sarah has burn marks all over her face and Eric was really fat, and so like him stepping out of his comfort zone, an example of why women have a lower status, because like men oftentimes like aren't as self-conscious over their image than a guy would be, because in the story Eric doesn't know that Sarah is friends with Dale until he finds out, but like Eric is more open about going to Dale and be like, hey, like, and talking things out, which Sarah didn't let Eric know that they were like cool again, saw eye to eye. So that was a big step on like having a lower status and power, because Eric was open about it and Sarah wasn't.
Okay, I did question number 3 on how does gender affect one's societal experiences and personal identity. The text evidence I found was on page 95. It was when Eric said, "I didn't mention Jody's note or my lustful imaginings about her." Sarah Byrnes has never been someone with whom I felt comfortable sharing about my love life with. And then for the explanation, I said Eric wants to keep his life to himself and not share things out, because like what you said about him getting bullied and not getting out of his comfort zone, he didn't want to share anything with her because they're not as close.
Yeah, and also another reason why I feel like he didn't want to share anything with her is because like he had hope in getting love life. Like it was actually opportune to him, and he mentioned in the story that he felt bad for Sarah because like she almost didn't have like hope to have like a love or boyfriend for himself, and like Eric had a potential girlfriend by like the middle of the story. So yeah, that has a lot to do with
him not being comfortable.
Yeah, him not being comfortable, not letting him know. So my second question, my supporting question is, why might Sarah feel bad onto what Eric did? So this is according to the situation where where Eric is reaching out to Dale, and my text evidence from page 107 is Sarah Byrnes head jokes, and she penetrates far enough into my eyes for corneal surgery. I don't really know what that means, but the context, like what I got from the context is like when they were in class, like Eric approached Sarah, and then like it was like the day after he went and talked to Dale, and like he's basically trying to like come up to her. Like, mind you, at this point of the story, like they're like still close, but they're not as close. Like throughout the whole story, like they become like less close and close. And so like when Eric approaches Sarah, like she has this like attitude like that she doesn't really want to talk to him because of what he did, and she doesn't. I feel like for her, she feels like Dale like is gonna look at her different, or like Sarah wants to look at Eric different, but little does she know that Eric already knows that they're friends because Dale told Dale told Eric a lot of stuff about Sarah that Eric would have never figured that she would tell him as to her dad and stuff like that. Because Sarah was comfortable about telling Dale what really happened to her face, and instead Sarah lied to Eric about what happened. So that's a feeling that Sarah would get, like, well, maybe I shouldn't reveal to him that we're friends because I told him a few things that I didn't, and we're best friends. So Sarah's giving him the eye look at school tomorrow, like, why would you talk to him? But really, in reality, she's actually his friend.
Yeah. So for mine, I did something kind of similar to what you said, but I said, like, why does Sarah, like, feel bad that Eric is not telling her stuff? And then for the text evidence, I really didn't get the page, but I read it. It's like he didn't really want to tell Sarah because she might embarrass him, you know?
Yeah.
Because you know how girls are. And then for another explanation, I said boys don't like to share their feelings because they're looked more as like masculine and not what's it called? It's like not being like weak or like showing emotion, not crying.
I agree with you on that because like in this specific part of the story where Eric steps out his comfort zone and talks to Dale, like I feel like that was less intimidation because like everyone knows that Dale bullies them. So like Eric being the type of person that just brushes everything off and like usually like just lets people bully him and actually like come into Dale and be like, hey, look, like we gotta see eye to eye about something, is really a big step onto like complimenting your self-confidence and stuff like that. And then again, I see it as embarrassment because like even when he did go confront him like and go to his house, Dale was like still like talking like to him like he would like still bully him or whatever. So I feel that's kind of embarrassing because like Eric didn't go to defend himself. He just went and like it's kind of like a double standard.
Yeah. So for mine, I said like personal experiences are what genders are supposed to live by, and you know like when guys get secrets of themselves, they don't share them out with anyone unless like you're really close to them. So Sarah might have felt kind of like bad because they're like supposed to be friends, and he's like not sharing his feelings with her, even though they're like really close.
Yeah. So basically, I feel like they like lie within each other. Like they're not truthful within each other, but like it's just like a big elephant in the room. I feel like for them. But my book focus question is why is the secret kept, and that's gonna kind of tie all my questions up. And my quote supporters is on page 94. Sarah says, "It isn't me who'll go away, it's you." And I feel like this is a big like I feel like this quote was like when she was breaking it down to Eric, I feel like this was a very important conversation because like at this point they both realized that they weren't as close. Well, they both knew it, but like this was a confrontation on the coming forth from it, and like she's like basically saying like Eric, like it isn't me who go away, it's you. Like you're able to lose weight, but my burn marks won't go away. And I feel like the secret is kept because like they're holding on to something and they don't want to like come forth because they know everything will just unravel and won't be the same, even though it's already not. So like her saying like you won't go away, she's kind of like blaming him, like this is why you don't know what you know and stuff like that. And yeah.
For the connecting question, it's kind of like time to today, like not looking weak. So I said, if he tells Sarah could tease him, like I said before, because of his feelings and how boys are like supposed to be heartless type thing. And then my reasoning was friends tease friends about like people they have crushes on today.
Yeah, true. I definitely. Yeah.
That's
Alright, and my connection question was, how is becoming friends with an enemy hard for guys or girls? I came up with this question because a lot of times when girls become friends with like girls that they don't like, it's kind of like other girls look at it like, okay, well now they're friends again, like they're fake. And guys, it's just like a whatever, bro, like get over it type of thing. And my quote to support that was, but she struck up with a conscious friendship with Dale. I think it's a head against possible losses. So like at this point, Eric is kind of like coming to his senses, like on how they're not as close anymore, and he's basically like explaining to himself like, well, she did this and she did that, and then she had a friendship with Dale, and she told him something that she told him stuff that she wouldn't even tell me. And then it's just like Eric is basically like, and I'm like not fat anymore, like I'm not getting bullied like that anymore. So it's like falling down the line, like of the it isn't me who'll go away, but it's you. And then Eric's like, well, you did this and you did that, so I think I'm just gonna like stay to myself. But then again, they're still friends, so it's just like I don't know, a trial that they're going through. And I feel like it's hard for guys. Yeah, it's hard for guys because guys have this image of like, whatever, it's cool, like we're grown, we're mature, and then girls are just like, why are you doing that? Like, you're not supposed to be friends. But yeah, overall, I feel like the second chapter had a lot of like, it was very like, not the second chapter, but the second section was like very revealing, and
he opened up more.
Yeah, he opened up more. He found a lot of himself. Sarah is just like
more like a private.
Yeah, she's more private. She's losing a lot of trust because of the things that are going on. Dale isn't much of a butthole than people think. He's just like a hard body. Like, I don't think he's much of a butthole. He's just like, I don't know.
Tries to act tough.
Yeah, he lacks a lot of respect for people, but I feel like it's a good respect because like I feel like he helped Eric learn a lot about himself after like coming forth to him and opening up. I feel like that was a big part of the story that really complimented who Eric's character was for the first time in the story. But other than that, yeah, section 2 was really revealing.